Guadalupe Marin's contact with Officer Matt Rodriguez began the week before this incident. She had purchased a black Infiniti from the website OfferUp, but the car had a history, and Rodriguez was part of the violent crime enforcement team that pulled her over.
They said that the vehicle had evaded the police officers, so there was a felony warrant for the vehicle, so they wanted to impound it. They knew that I wasn't the driver.
Fast forward to July 22nd. Guadalupe's sister picked her up in a BMW she just bought from a mechanic, but the passenger side door didn't work, so she slid over to let Guadalupe drive to McDonald's.
I wanted her to drive, and I told her, you want to drive or you want to climb through the window? So it'd just be easier for her to get in the car and then have to go around.
Guadalupe drove to the restaurant at North 27th Street in East Santa Clara with her sister, her niece and nephew in the back. Within seconds of arriving, Officer Rodriguez and his partner rush at the car, guns drawn.
Ordered me to get out of the car and get on my knees, so I did.
And that's when this video shot by a DoorDash driver picks up. Rodriguez, an 11-year veteran of the San Jose PD, orders Guadalupe to crawl towards him. She tells me she didn't understand because he was already so close. Then Rodriguez kicked her, leaving this bruise on her stomach.
How long between the time he said, "I'm going to kick you," and when he actually kicked you?
Like simultaneously, like at the same time, almost.
At the same time?
Mm-hmm.
So there was no warning for you to actually comply before he kicked you?
No.
The video shows Officer Rodriguez cuffing Guadalupe, then he picks her up by the wrist, forcing her arms back and drags her, scraping her bare skin on the pavement.
Were you afraid?
Oh yeah, I was afraid. I could hear my niece and my nephew screaming. I could hear my sister screaming. I just knew I was in a situation that I couldn't control.
Guadalupe tells me Officer Rodriguez kept insisting the car was stolen.
And so he kept saying, "Is this another OfferUp story? This is your car." He kept insisting the car was mine, and that was not my car. I had just barely got in that car for the first time.
During the arrest, her 7-year-old nephew telephoned another family member. You can hear him on a voicemail pleading with the officers.
They really want the car! They really want the car!
Police later confirmed the car was not stolen. In a statement, the DA's office says the BMW was wanted for evading police earlier that day with a male driver. And prosecutors charged Officer Rodriguez with misdemeanor Penal Code 149, assault under color of authority. His attorney, Mike Raines, tells me Rodriguez thought Guadalupe wasn't responding quickly enough and that she may have been reaching for a weapon in the waistband of her shorts.
She reaches down toward her waistband, and that caused him a great deal of concern.
Does that justify the kick in your mind?
Yeah, I think it does. He wasn't trying to hurt her, but he was trying to give her a distraction that would keep her from reaching for something.
Raines points out that Rodriguez knows how dangerous traffic stops can be. The officer battled for a felon's handgun in November. It ended with his partner killing the suspect.
Force is never pretty, and that kind of thing is never pretty. Even if it's lawful, it looks awful, and that's true here.
Guadalupe Marin has filed a claim against the city and Officer Rodriguez, saying she suffered severe emotional and mental distress, fear, terror, nightmares, flashbacks, anxiety, depression, humiliation, embarrassment, and loss of sense of security, dignity, and pride. Sarah Marino is her attorney.
It's a classic case of excessive force. If the arrest was proper to begin with, if the detention was proper, this force was still excessive.